Thank you, May channel members! Join today to appear here in July videos as a June channel member. Who will you vote next in BFDIA and TPOT? The viewers voted on many questions spanning both upcoming episodes, and now it is time to see the results. I received 1,461 responses, overtaking episode 13 as the new second highest in the series. Let's begin exploring the results. We will start with the poll results related to the BFDIA 21 questions. First, I asked who you voted for to be the next host. Not very surprisingly, Leafy was the highest with 292 people voting for her. There were also 22 who voted her but did not capitalize her name in this video's form. The rest of the top 5 were Fries with 86 votes, Spongy with 78, Woody with 76, and then a steep drop-off for Bubble who had 31. Woody being that high surprised me at first, but then again, as far as I recall, the only screen time he's had since BFB ended was in TPOT 15, and that was technically a flashback. Next are who you liked and disliked in BFDIA 20, and I will make this quick since there are only Coiny and Pin. I made these optional this time to account for the fact you could have liked or disliked neither of them. So, only 1,400 responded to the likes question, and 1,351 did to the dislikes. I don't think this result is very surprising to anybody, to be honest. Not to me anyways. Coiny gets the prize with 969 likes to Pin's 557, while Pin is out with 918 dislikes to Coiny's 492. Next was a pair of questions similar to but distinct from the last two. Who do you think would win the prize and get eliminated? The results went the same way. Coiny gets the prize and Pin gets out. Coiny even got only a double-digit amount of people thinking he would leave. Next up, I asked who, out of the final 5, the viewers believed to be the most least likely to be up for elimination in the next episode. I did this by having them score each contestant 1 to 5, with 1 meaning they are less likely to lose and 5 meaning they are more likely. The results were obtained by taking the number of responses for each score 1 to 5, multiplied by the respective number 1 to 5, added it together, then divided it all by the total amount of responses in the form. Book was not the lowest this time. This time it was Coiny, who had a score of 2.3 out of 5. Book was, however, the only other contestant besides Coiny with a score under 3. She had a 2.56 out of 5. The other 3 were within 0.2 of each other. Needle had a score of 3.43 out of 5. Pin is very likely to be out of the game next, but I included her anyway because you never know. She wasn't first either, with a score of 3.51 out of 5. And the contestant that was voted most likely to be put up for elimination is Tennis Ball, with a score of 3.63 out of 5. However, all 5 will be placed at stake for the next 2 questions, the likes and dislikes for BFDIA 21. I reformatted this section this time around. Instead of just a like-dislike dichotomy, you were directed to rate each one 1 to 5 based on if you were more likely to like them or dislike them. The inflection point is a 3 out of 5, where below that means a contestant is more likely to be disliked on average, and above that means they are more likely to be liked. Here are the final ratings for each of the 5. Book is the highest with 3.95, and Pin is the lowest with 2.58. And that marks the end of the BFDIA section. Already? That was quick. Now we're on the TPOT. Let's look at the results for each losing team from TPOT 17, starting with Bagged. 3 of them were close together, and 2 others were also close together, but not all 5 were close, if that makes any sense. You'll see what I mean right now. Bottle, Pen, and Lai were the close trio, with 344, 342, and 320 votes respectively. Tennis Ball and TV are left, and as I alluded to, they were close to each other but not to the others. However, the results were not as most probably expect. Tennis Ball is the one with the lowest vote count with just 220. TV, on the other hand, sticks around with 235 voters. For Team 2, on the other hand, the results are more along the lines of what most would expect out of this team. Book has by far the most support with 636 votes. Snowball and Price Tag were pretty close together, but both were safe, and Grassy is out of the game with a paltry 178 votes. Since I was curious, I asked again about what will happen in regards to a potential merge. Even though I asked this about TPOT 18, this can easily be applied to TPOT 19 as that is the next competition episode. Anyways, not much of a surprise that Merge with no points won. I'm a little disappointed that Merge with points didn't at least push no points to under half. But it's not a big deal as this was a pure hypothetical anyways. Next, I asked who you think is most to least likely to be put up for elimination next in TPOT. I did it in the same format as the similar part of the BFDIA section, where you rated each 1 to 5, with 1 being less likely and 5 being more likely. In the interest of time, instead of going through each one by one, as that would get repetitive fast, I will show all of their scores at the same time. The Google form will be linked so that you can look at the responses if you care to see that. The range ended up not being as wide as I anticipated it might be, and there are multiple ties as well, but Pen had the lowest score with 2.54 out of 5, and TV had the highest with 3.57 out of 5. Now for the final section. Who would you be more or less likely to vote for out of the 17 remaining contestants? This one was also a section where you rate each 1 to 5, and the averages are, again, shown below. Just like for the other section, TV still has the lowest average score, just a measly 2.26 out of 5 rating. However, Donut is the highest, with a score of 3.75 out of 5. Overall, the range was much higher for this section. That is all for this time. Did any of the results surprise you? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for participating in this video. Stay tuned for any future voting polls, and make sure to subscribe with notifications on.